Hey guys, Dr. Meat here, back with some more Grand Tactician. We have a big battle here. It is going to be Felix Zelikofer against William Tecumseh Sherman. Overall in command will be Grant. We will have the Second Corps reinforce. It's going to be a battle at Corinth. We should be probably on the Shiloh battlefield at this point, but Sherman's going to start with 35,000 men. So the conference going to have 20, and then we should reinforce. Actually, we have half of our force in Sherman, so we'll start with 15,000 and get reinforcements. So the reinforcements should come behind us, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. Let's see the numbers on the field right now as it stands. Yeah, we have 14,000. We are in a defensive position at Corinth. Grant is in overall command situation, and this is at Shiloh. So the Confederates are coming in over here. This is damn near realistic Shiloh. Okay, so we're gonna hold. First things first. You're gonna hold this. W.H. Wallace, who was historically killed at Shiloh, will be over here. Pleasanton has some cav. Okay. Have here. We're going to push up Pleasanton and the cav up to the sunken road immediately. W.H. Wallace will take Shiloh Church. Should be taking the church behind us with Crittenden's section. Stop. Cloud field. Grab this one. Crittenden's going to come down a cloud field. Come down the sunken road. Cav weapons. Colt revolving rifle. Okay, our artillery. If I had to guess, I would want it in an open field. And we'll be here. We're going to make our stand at the Sarah Bell Cotton Field. Or this area. Maybe the Spain branch. I do not see any Confederate movements. We are in a defensive position, so we do have to hold objectives. There'll be a walls up here. Crittenden. Get him up in reserve. Jones Field. If I can take this position, I'd love to. And we will. We'll be able to take it. Didn't I have a third section? Pull these men off the line. They're long range with Crittenden under. WH Wallace. Here. Field, River Road. Wallace over here. I have a feeling they might hit us down Park Road. We have Stonewall here. Which Jackson's brigade, but it's not his actual section. Is he honestly gonna try to do that? The case, I'm gonna get a defensive perimeter here. Get Crittenden skirmishers. Okay. They're holding fast there. Standing fast there. Should say. Make sure we aren't about to be hit. Remove the cav here. Now it's about getting second corps, which arrives when? 26 hours. So tomorrow afternoon. Tomorrow night, pretty much. He wants me to attack him across that hill, and I'm not going to do that without superior forces, superior numbers. Our forces are going to come down which direction? Hamburg and Purdy Road? Okay. Yeah, because Bark Road now. That road is still there. This road is still there. I'll abate. Named differently now. Here's the landing itself. There's like a cemetery up here today. You can drive all the way down here and kind of see the landing itself. Dill Branch. Yeah, you can drive up Dill Branch now. But going up and down this ravine looks much crazier in real life. The fact that you gotta fighting up that ravine, like, wow. And you got Pepper from the sea there, or from the river. Okay, so here we go. The Confederates are pushing us at this point. We effectively knew that they might push us. Okay, he's reconstituting his forces back down. He's rethought his posture there. Did he see a gap in my lines? I think he likes that gap. Okay, let's pull skirmishers. Yes, that's exactly what he's doing. Pull skirmishers. W.H. Wallace. Pull your men this direction. Means we're gonna pull around the calf. Wallace, you put out skirmishers as well. I'll take a skirmisher battle until the next day. Okay, how long do we have to wait? Quartermaster's report. Supply train is there. Sumner is low on ammo. I think that's the Sumner skirmishers. Okay, so we are here. I think since we are dug in on a fence line, what I'm going to do is I'm going to dig in some more on a fence line. Here. Go parapet. Go left. Right. Okay. Forward deployed skirmisher still. Still doing work. Okay. There's no way in hell the skirmisher is that large. Come on. Okay. Pull all skirmishers back. We're just getting tore up right now. If you want to come at me, you're going to come at me in full force combat. Isn't going to be any of this child's play. The Wise Brigade is going to be the first one to attempt the gauntlet here. Confederates trying to come at me like this. It's just not gonna work, man. We need to get to a spot where we can actually effectively fire our cannons. Getting these 12-pound howitzers in action would be great. Okay, here they come. Blanton's Brigade. We'll look out and see what's going on here. probing my lines, nothing big. And now he just went to the meat grinder now. There's gonna be 3 Union units from Clanton. You know what? I'm gonna put it right here. They saw the gap there. More to lay eye. But the thing is, it was a trap. This was 100% a trap. And now he's starting to see it. That's hilarious. It's a trap. He sees it now. He doesn't want to go into that wine mixer. Well, he's the only one down here, is he not? On his flank? Take the Cav division then. Slam it right into White's left flank. I think he is retreating off the field. That's what he's doing. Yeah, he's shielding his fleet with White, or his fleet. He's screening his retreat with White. See. No, he's gone. Straight up. Couldn't catch him if I wanted to. Yeah, now that we have them in range, now they're retreating. I don't know if we get a point threshold or it's just major victory that kind of countered it, but get over here. Support your men. And that is a victory, and they lost all of their guns too. The big blow. Not a very casualty heavy one, but a defense nonetheless. And that's what we needed here. They decided to go after Sherman, and we held our ground with just Sherman. It's a good defense there. I don't think that it could have gone better, but I don't think it went bad by any means. So I think we're good. I think we are good. One of the biggest issues that we're going to have coming up here, though, is what do we do with this out of control economy? I'm not sure. We're trying to get our economy up at this point. The move to Corinth probably did not help their cause. Okay, here it is. They are attacking the first corps. Hooker will be the first one there. But they actually attacked the first corps. Wow. The first corps itself has enough to defeat this. Okay, Richmond Bridge. Yeah, 81,000. They're fielding 31. See if we can do a good eliminate here. $1326 guns, which means he does not have his full force to start out either. It looks like. For scouts, say the Army of Georgia, Northwest, and Shenandoah will be here in 1 hour and 7 hours for Northwest and Shenandoah. The Army of Okochni, the one we are facing off with now, 17,000. That's the church. Where are we at? This is Cold Harbor. Okay, Cold Harbor. So they're coming down from the south again. We might not be able to take Mechanicsville. I think the key will be here. This one, this long area. What is it? The Old Church Road. I think is the key on this one. Time, though, is going to come down, and we are going to hold this section, and this. Start out. Cadwallader. Patterson. Doubleday's got his 4 cannons. Here we go. We are in a defensive position battle, but we're not going to hold a defensive position. Cadwallader. I have no desire to hold a significant, significant defensive position. Because we will hold a defensive position, no doubt. We're just not going to hold a significant one. We're going to hold out here. Because I don't think we can take Mechanicsville. With them here, they'd likely deploy somewhere around here. I don't think they will take Mechanicsville and go around us. The Shady Grove Church. I could be wrong, which means our next core then. When does our next core arrive? 2 hours in the fourth core? It means the fourth core is going to be the one deployed on our right at Cheney Grove Road. And then our fourth core, I think it is. Third core will be the one that ends up being in reserve since it's so far out. At this point, let's get the order out for all long-range fires. Come on here. Last two. We're gonna focus on the tree line bridge. You're on the bridge. These ones will go here, 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 here. Army of Georgia has arrived. All of his reinforcements should come in at the same spot. Not seeing anything. Time to deploy skirmishers. Cadwallader, deploy skirmishers. £12 howitzers here. 12-pound Napoleons here. 24-pound howitzers here. 14-pound James rifles here. Our flank. Okay, Reynolds just arrived. With the 4th Corps. Entire 4th Corps is gonna deploy here. 11,000. Make sure we aren't about to be cold clocked from behind. And I know this is like my reserve force. Let's move Cadwallader. No, Cadwallader is going to stay there. Let's undeploy and then redeploy skirmishers. Deploy. Okay, we've saw field. If he takes a turn here, then we have a problem. That means his force is over here. I don't think so. I don't think his force is over here. Because he's coming straight at me. We don't want is to be on that downward slope. when they get here. Otherwise, we will be absolutely crushed. If we do that. Army of Georgia. We don't know where the Okachny is. The fact that I don't know where that army is concerns me. We could be getting flanked right now. Okachny, there it is. Not being flanked. We're about to be. Got to change Mansfield out here. We're about to be overrun here. Means I need this flank covered until I can get Reynolds and Patterson over here. All hands stop. Porterfield is not on the field. Funny. Okay. Okay, in reality, that's going to be a reserve there. Reynolds is going to reinforce this. This is a delaying action. What are you doing? Get over here. I know some people will say, why do you put this in a downward slope? Well, that's so my cannons can fire over my troops. Chamberlain will have the edge. We're good to go here. Oh, they've attempted to cross. They've got Johnson's brigade. Now they are attempting to cross down here. I did not see that they would actually do this. Seems like they're going to attempt to. Got skirmishers. Hitting Johnson's brigade hard. Go 2 times speed. He is out of the conversation there. With these 3 units here. I'd rather have this entire corps as reserve than do that. So it is the end of day. You have Burnside on the field. Total is 148 men. And Burnside has the time to march all the way north. What is this cheese? Okay. That means the New York division is going to be in reserve here. Reserve here. Daniel Tyler in his section is going to be reserved here. And Runyon in his section is going to be reserved here. The artillery. Can we get Reynolds and his corps all the way up here now? Yes, we can. So he has 6-pound field guns. Put the 6-pound field guns here. At the end of the day, the field guns are not going to be as drastic of a help, but they could help. Okay, so here's more 6-pound field guns. Here's some 12-pound Napoleons. One's gonna be here. 12-pound Napoleons. 14-pound James rifles. Okay. These 6-pounders. Since he's already been broken, no reason to go over here. 6-pounders here. 6-pounders here. Who is this? Okay, so we have 2 other units. This. With this core. You all are going to be in complete reserve at this point. It's going to be additional reserve, but it's not going to be reserve that we probably use. Okay. You have that. They did push us out because of this. That does suck. Okay, so you're going to do that. It's going to be a march north. Here. I'll go over here. Make these breastworks now. This side of the barn. Okay. Shift this. That. Actually, let's put this back into a double line formation. Actually. This one makes more sense to be a single line. So does this one. Here. Okay. Can we upgrade this? Or is it only paraputs? Only paraputs. Okay. We have more artillery now. The artillery gets to do more work. A bunch of 6-pound ordnances here. A bunch of 6-pounders here. four-pounders here. Probably the worst idea in the world, but if they can't hit me here, and just as long as we're in a spot where they can't hit me coming across the river, I should be fine. You can't actually come down there. Okay, that's an issue. Give me skirmishers. Not gonna get across now. I need to take back that spot. Okay. Send out our skirmishers again. We're holding. It hurts, but we're holding. Our cannons, though. Our cannons are definitely winning us the day today. They are already shaky with morale as it is. I see a way to exploit this. We're going to come up on his flank and loop around. With both reserve forces. So if there's any reinforcements that need to be done, we have the men. We're gonna push. With Daniel Tyler, we're gonna push the other ones. It'd be suicide to assault through this, and so we're not even going to attempt that. But I think we can assault this force and destroy it. We're gonna go a little bit longer because I think this battle is decently at hand. The assault we're about to embark on will likely close it from there. I cut his force in half. Bridgerton and Poe are in contact. I'm not going to charge up a hill like that. It's just not smart. Okay, there it is. The surrounding is complete. We knew Poe was going to struggle. He might struggle. Same thing with Sykes. Tyler's running low. We have to reserve. This is why we had a reserve here. The enemy is attempting to retreat. Let's say so. The enemy is getting shellacked right now. Charge, men! We're in action. Tyler was wounded in action. He's up in the action, essentially. Stevens' brigade surrendered. Okay. They lost on that assault. Wow. They lost 11,000. Wow. We only lost 2,000 in our push. Tyler was injured, but I think that was our only injury casualty. Let's double check. Chamberlain, Joshua Chamberlain. Not a severe injury. Looks like he was grazed by something. Tyler had severe injuries. Didn't have that. Let's look at Confederacy. Bradford, commander of the Army of Georgia, was wounded. Lieutenant Colonel Hardy was killed in action. Major Lane was wounded. Colonel Fulton was captured. Out of the Army of the Northwest, Hahn was injured. Colonel Jones was wounded. Army of the Georgia, Poe was wounded. Longstreet was wounded as well. And the Army of Akachny, looks like all of his commanders are likely intact. Final numbers here. They lost 33% of their force. We lost 2. They were the one assaulting us, though, on the map. So it makes sense. So I want to get to the campaign map. Kind of do a quick overview to end the episode. Kind of talk about our quick plans. Just a minute or two to go through. what we're going to be doing the opening year in the next probably 4 or 5 episodes. I like the idea that I have in my head right now. No plan really survives enemy contact, so we could have some changes, especially with how many men they have guarding Tuscaloosa. They're trying to ensure that we can't come down into Tuscaloosa and move into Montgomery. Because if that happens, then they lose pretty much the heart of the South. So Tyler was wounded. Chamberlain was hurt, but he will be okay. He doesn't need to be removed command. So, out on the east, Hampton's division with the 3rd Corps isn't going to be able to stand against Burnside. So, I'm going to take the 3rd Corps. I'm going to take Norfolk and the fort. At that point, since we'll have this, the Atlantic Blockade Squadron will sail south outside of Jacksonville, Florida. Actually, no. I think we might send them. We'll send them back to port. Then we'll send them outside of Savannah, Georgia. This area. Or we might just send them down to Savannah. We'll kind of see. So let's look at it from this way. We have Meade and the 2nd Corps at Lynchburg. At this point, with these armies in retreat, and we have Minty going down to Greensboro, I think we do move the 2nd Corps down into Danville. We gotta wait for all of these to get out of combat. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna move the 4th Corps to rally. No, 4th Corps to rally. The 1st Corps under Hooker is going to go down to Goldsboro. Because Goldsboro to Wilmington is probably more. And at that point, once we get down to Greensboro, those two link up. Go down to Charlotte. Go down to Columbia. This one links up in Raleigh and goes down to Fayetteville to Florence. And that corps ends up going down into Wilmington. Essentially, we will have everything here. But also, this corps can go down into Moorhead and deal with this while that corps goes down to Wilmington. And the 4th Corps goes to Raleigh, Fayetteville, down to Florence, and we kind of just consolidate around Columbia and Florence until we get the rest of the army to march from there. But at that point, the only way behind us is Ashland. So the cavalry section will be at Ashland to hold that. And that'll be like the supply point that we have to hold. As for the center. So we're still building this here. So once this is done, we're going to move out of Bridgeport to Warrington. We're already moving the Cav Corps under here, which is going to be at Tuscumba. So we'll hold this area. We're not going to hold Chattanooga, although that makes me nervous, not having a force here. But we're just going to have to be ready to deal with any forces that come down here and hope that we don't have our supply lines cut. If you have a supply lines cut, it means the Army of the Tennessee has to move back to Nashville and probably retack, or at least Murfreesboro and Bridgeport, and kind of deal with it. But I think we should be fine. With Grant, I think at this point it is time. I think we have all of our stuff up and ready. We do. So at this point, we can march south. So what Grant is going to do is Vicksburg. We're going to beeline down into Jackson, Vicksburg, and take this corridor up here. I don't think we have a lot. That's 15 out of Price's core. This has nothing, so it's 15,000 out of Price's core. 16. We're gonna reinforce with Lion and a Harney, and we will attack this, and we'll start our incursion this way. Wilcox is going to eliminate the Western Army as a force up here near Leavenworth, and then from here he's going to march down into Fayetteville, Fort Smith, Washington, and we will make the move down to New Orleans with him. These two armies are going to stick around Little Rock, go down and secure the other side of the Mississippi in Richmond and Louisiana, and then we'll kind of push through and hold that. So that's the plan. I'm sticking to it. It's going to be pretty rough in some areas. We got a couple forts. At this point, I think we can kind of sail to the south. We got 39 guns. Anything that I saw down here is fine. We're going to sail down. I don't think we need to come down the Tennessee River at all. We're going to go down to Memphis, and we are going to hold our supply line here at Memphis with the Navy. That's we will hold. Looking at this, they're at 45. A campaign win is a 25, so they're about 20 away from losing. So that is the issue. We have double the amount of troops at this point. And we are just kind of pushing. Our current rating is B, so we can get some more weapons, I think, at this point. Let's see. Yes, we can. Nice. Let's get some better weapons in some of our units. Use Lorenz's first. And then once we're good to go here, you can worry about getting the rest of the force what they need. And I think the majority of our troops, at least the Army of the Potomac, are good to go. Here, Jocelyn rifled. We didn't get any cavalry weapons. That does suck. The regulars here. Okay. We're passing out Enfields. Have these ones are 6-pounders. We have no way to do anything with that. Okay, we also had Mansfield out here. Want him to be out here. Put Paul in charge of that division. Okay. There's the Army of the Potomac. Good. Let's give them better quality Enfields. Do a little maintenance on our force here. And we have no ability to give ourselves better weapons. That sucks. Okay. There's the Army of Ohio. Getting Enfields out here and more professional weapons will give us a significant advantage against the Confederates. I think they did mess around with the economy a bit because it's definitely not a thing that you can just go out and recruit a bunch. Maybe later on in the war. Right now, we're kind of having some issues fielding forces that are decent. Let's not worry about those right now. We got reboard and stuff like that. That's back to the Army of the Potomac. So, actually, let's change these. Enfields. Then we will effectively outrange the Union. We'll not really outrange them, but these are just better quality weapons. Okay, so there's the reboard. So we're good. Now I want to look at the Army of Ohio under Buell. Buell has 34,000. Do I need another corps for Grant? I would think so, actually. Who do we use? W.H. Wallace? Sumner? We're gonna use Sumner. Ouch. Sumner is gonna take over this. Now his corps commander will be someone from within the army. Commander Abercrombie. Okay. And we will pull some out of Illinois. It's going to be a small contingent. And what I mean by that is just that. It's going to be a small contingent. Okay. So with that in there, it's going to take him a bit to supply that. I would like to take Columbus. But we're going to extend, and our supply lines are going to be through the Mississippi at this point. So I'd like to extend, but I think maybe we wait. Okay, so that's that. That's out for our policies. Once we get this, we're going to start hitting the next ones pretty hard. I don't think we can get this right now. But if we can, I will. I want to get northern routes here. So I'm going to grab this. So that's going to be our policy. 2 here, 3 here. Grab this. Back up breadbasket 2. Back up breadbasket 1. Grab industry. And maybe industry again. Let me grab emancipation. Grab colored troops. I don't think we worry about diplomacy at this point. We kind of push all the way down. Okay. So that'll be it for this. So you kind of have an idea of what we're doing, what we're kind of going down. It's going to be a while to get anything done. And I'm fine with that. Because that'll be in 63 days. That'll be in 44 days. And in that time, we'll be able to get the 3-month contracts at that point. And then it's all about pushing. All about pushing south. We need to capture 25 more. Do we know what some of these are worth? I'm not sure if that's 2 or what. Let's see. So they're at 45. Capture this. Yeah, it was at 45 before. The 42. I'm not sure if that's the battle or that. Alright, that works. That's a good one. Yeah, the Potomac's right there. Okay. So yeah, that'll do it. This episode. Thank you all for joining me. Go and leave a like below, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys next time. Later.